Yo, this video is part of a longer video in a series of game development content covering my various projects. If you haven't seen it and want to know how this video fits into the broader context of my work as a developer, you can find links in the description and at the end. Thanks for watching. So the Cool Cats is my team of game developer friends that I hang out with. Every once in a while, a game jam comes along and we decide to get together to work on a project and strut our stuff. We've competed in several of the GMTK jams, but after Big Mode, we decide that we should have a semi-regular internal jam where we can work as a whole group, in teams, or as solos on a theme, and take an opportunity to try to put together new ideas, new tech, and try our hand at different genres. April 2024 was the first ever internal Cool Cats game jam, and it was a lot of fun. Leading up to the start of the jam, we all pooled as many random and crazy ideas for themes we could think of. Nothing was off limits. Day of, we picked one at random and drew out of order. We had just 30 days to put this all together from scratch, and this is what we created. After brainstorming our ideas for a while, we narrowed the idea down to a classic, Rareware-inspired beat-em-up 3D platformer about a fast food ice cream machine that has gone rogue and is fighting back against the establishment. I'm very happy with how everything came together. I was able to hone in on so many concepts that I had struggled to put together in the past. We started out by creating this physics-based character controller that was based off this YouTube tutorial. This gave everything a very bouncy and lively feel. It was a great start, but trying to animate a cube beating up NPCs is pretty tough because you don't have a whole lot of character to work with. So we gave him these giant fists that come out of nowhere. Definitely some Rayman inspiration going on. It makes no sense, but that's okay, it doesn't need to. All that matters is that it feels damn good to beat the shit out of customers. My girlfriend and I were playing a lot of Katamari Reroll on the Switch around this time, and I love the style of their 3D assets. They make it look so effortless, and that's the kind of thing I like. It's low poly, low res, simplistic, cartoony, but also hilarious and charming. Good stuff. For this, I wanted to keep running with what I did for Super Mix-Up with having swappable skins for NPCs, so that was pretty easy to do since we're working in 3D. But we also have to manage materials and models. So I have a base model for a man and woman, and I have these different hair pieces that can be swapped out. It's seriously nothing fancy, very basic, simple stuff, but I've never done anything like this before, so I was just winging it, and I think I managed to pull it off okay despite it all. The reason this is great for jam games is once you get the system and pipeline down for adding these in, you can just make like 1 or 2 or 5 of these really fast to make your content population much more efficient, and helps to make jam games feel way more filled in. For debugging, I needed a way to test NPCs and their behavior fast, so I added the keyboard shortcut P to spawn them in when you're in the dining room. Every time you press P on the keyboard, it spawns an NPC, and the neat thing is there's no upper limit to this, and I'm happy with how well the game handles it, even when there's just a ludicrous amount of them on the screen. I don't know why, but I immediately thought of Grabbed by the Ghoulies when we started brainstorming this whole project. That game was cool because it's kind of almost vaguely Metroidvania light in its exploration of the mansion. You go through different sections, backtrack to unlock areas that were previously blocked off. Yeah, I dig it. That's my kind of thing. I also like the element of that kind of level structure where it's room-to-room exploration, and in each room they do a beat-em-up challenge that is kind of randomized. Once you complete the challenge, you're free to explore. Some doors are locked and need keys to get through, and there's even a few secrets hidden around the map. This is probably the most polished, well-put-together, and actually fun game I've made so far. And it came together in just 30 days, which is wild. It's far from perfect, and maybe someday I'll pick it back up and add more stuff to it, but I'm extremely satisfied with this project as a whole. Once again, if you want to play it, you can download it for free on our itch.io page.